Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to be repairing my dishwasher. We recently had mice. Now we have some chewed up parts. I got this diverter seal and this pump fitting. Let's get to it. First off, we're going to be locating the breaker and shutting that off. Luckily mine is labeled, but you may not get so lucky. Second, we're going to reach up here and turn off the water supply. Now back upstairs, we are going to remove the two screws holding the kick plate in. Now with access, we are going to remove the water supply, put some paper towel down to catch any spillage. Next, we're going to be opening up the electrical compartment and disconnecting everything. Making sure to keep all the screws safe. Just going to move those to the side and then push our wires through to the back of the compartment. Now with everything tucked out of the way, we are going to be removing our mounting screws. After doing that, the unit will just slide out of place. Now that we're underneath, this right here is the drain pump in question. We're going to be pulling it from its mount. It just moves out of place if you pull on it enough. Right here we have our two chewed seals. That is that diverter seal and that pump outlet. The diverter seal does just pull out of place, but it is tough. It's going to take a few tries. Next, we are going to take these two clips off of the rubber pump outlet. Now with all the damaged components out of the way, I'm going to start putting everything back together. Start by loosening up these band clamps. And as you see, there is a notch that fits perfectly into this fitting. We just need to push the seal onto the end of the pump inlet. Failing that, I put it into the diverter first. And then took it back out because something just wasn't quite fitting right. Attempting to pull the seal as far onto this inlet as I can. flush. Now let's try to get it back in. Things just quite aren't lining up the way they should. Something feels wrong at this point. We're gonna have to get underneath and get a closer look at what's going on, so I'm just gonna slide this all the way out and flip it over. Now looking down at everything, I can clearly see that the hose fitting is not long enough. It is a solid ½ inch short. Guess I'm gonna be stuck hand washing dishes for another week. It's been a few days and some research later. Looks like there's been a revision to the pump. We're gonna be pulling out the unit one more time. This time I'm just gonna tilt everything forward and work from the back. With the new pump in hand, just doing some rough measurements to compare the two. First, we're going to be disconnecting the power to the pump just to move things around easier. Removing the new seal from the old pump. And pushing it onto the new pump. It's tough to see, but the new pump is actually a little bit shorter. And with the new parts, everything goes together pretty simply. Just some finagling and it slides right into place. Be sure to tighten up all your hose clamps. We wouldn't want to leak after this. Make sure diverter seal is nice and seated fully. And we're just going to quickly get everything back together. This isn't really the interesting part. Need a little extra light in the back, so I had to steal one of my filming lights. Be sure to wrap the insulation back up. Dishwashers can get pretty loud without it. Pretty much doing everything we already did, but in reverse. Sorry for the focus. I'm still figuring out how to film everything properly. Now we're just going to line up our edges with our cabinets and screw everything back together. Everything is nice and secure. First, let's get this water supply back on. No leaks. Power. And we gotta do a little reset to get rid of the error code. But after a few button presses, it is ready to run. During its first cycle, I stayed down there to keep an eye on everything, make sure we did not have a leak. Putting back the kickboard insulation and the kickboard, we are all set. And that's another repair complete.